Will the gentleman yield for some questions?
The gentleman yield for questions.
Yes, sir.
The gentleman yields.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez-Fisher. Earlier this session, there was a press conference that I believe every member of your caucus likely attended, talking about a $15,000 pay raise for teachers. And I noticed that your amendment has a $10,000 pay raise for teachers. Are you saying that teachers aren't worth that extra $5,000 that y'all were in this room just 2 months ago talking about?
No, sir. We did that on purpose for you. So this is your opportunity to bring an amendment to the amendment. You want to join me? 15,000? Let's do it. I'll put my signature down if you put yours down.
Would you do 30,000 for teachers?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. Would you do 30,000?
You want to be a big boy? Let's do it. I'll delay.
Would you do 30,000 for teachers?
How much time do you need?
Would you do 30,000 for teachers?
Hey, are you going to sign it?
For 40,000?
Are you going to sign it? Cheap seats, man. Come on. Let's go.
No, we'll just vote it down. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you for not caring about teachers.
He really tried it there. He really tried it. Well, here is what went down leading up to that. So State Representative James Talarico, it's a Democrat from Austin, unveiled this legislation on Tuesday alongside at least a dozen other Democratic lawmakers. He said the state should spend part of its record budget surplus on this effort in terms of getting teachers their pay raises, though it's unclear how Texas Republican leaders will support it. Representative Talarico's bill would also include a 25% bump for support staff in schools such as nurses, cafeteria workers, counselors, and bus drivers. The average K through 12 support staff salary in Texas is $29,000. Whew, that is low. It seems far below a living wage. But these Republicans in Texas, well, they really couldn't back up their words trying to say they're out there supporting teachers. They really ended up biting off more than they can chew. And as a reminder, in terms of the teacher pay in Texas, well, with an average salary of $58,000, according to the National Center for Educational Statistics, Texas teacher salaries currently rank in the bottom 10 states across the country. 2019 legislation gave Texas teachers a pay raise. However, a report from the Texas American Federation Teachers Union said salaries have actually decreased by an average of 4% in the past decade when you account for inflation. And so the average salary for Austin area teachers before taxes is around $33,000 to $54,000. And a living wage study, well, it found in Austin that a single adult with no kids would need to make roughly $55,000 after taxes to have a livable wage. That means that the teachers there in Austin are being paid less than a living wage. And lastly, this, so Representative Talarico said that he believes his bill will attract and retain the best teachers in Texas classrooms. Yet Republican leaders such as Governor Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick are promising property tax relief that could potentially take more money away from school funding. It's so interesting to me. We just see time and again that our leaders don't care about individuals, because otherwise they'd want to help cultivate the mind. They'd want people to grow. And if you have a more knowledgeable constituent base, that also means you have a more informed one. And well, Republican leaders don't like that because they realize they cannot necessarily bait you in with fear and control you with all sorts of nonsense, gaslighting, lies, and so on. And that's the last thing they want. So while we're out here calling to defund the police, they're out here defunding schools. Conscious.
Hey. I think that when Republicans are, publicly trying to do their political beefs, it's protect the kids, protect the kids, protect the kids. When it's time to give kids resources and put their money where their mouth is, it's F them kids. And to me, what I feel like specifically in Texas, we see a conservative contradiction. We know that when it comes to a militaristic mindset, whenever you view America as being under attack, you give a lot of funding to the military because you recognize that's going to be the best way for you to be able to defend America. For some reason, you don't have that same energy when you feel like your American kids are being attacked in the classroom with all these liberal agendas. You see what I'm saying? You don't think it costs money to be able to teach the teachers to not be able to not say gay? You don't think it costs money to be able to teach the teachers to be able to understand the distinction between Black history and critical race theory? So think about it. Everything they pushing right now is propaganda that says that there is a war, a cultural war that is going on, that's taking place the front lines of the classroom. You don't think you should fund this war that you waging? Conservative contradictions, you see what I'm saying? And it's just like I don't know what to do with that little back and forth we've seen. Like it was like I'm gonna say this, you know what I'm saying, for the community guidelines. It was a intellectual, egotistical, a pseudo intellectual, egotistical, phallus waving contest.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. They were out there posturing to try to look a certain way, fight me, bro. But they really, at the end of the day, weren't necessarily advancing any kind of assistance for children to learn and to become contributing members of society. But then again, the GOP does not want that. They want to maintain a class of individuals who are uneducated and uninformed because they're easier to control. And so when people think about what's going on in their schools, they need to be mindful of the fact that it's not education. Rather, it's structured to control your child, to control you ultimately as an adult, because you will be uneducated and uninformed and will accept these MAGA right-wing kind of talking points. And you will also stay in your place because you will not be able to advance yourself, to make more money, to take an active role in leading society. And that's what the right hopes to continue to perpetuate in the United States.